Burger last night.
Oh, really?
Good evening. Welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the Township. Today's date is August 14, 2019. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building. Please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection, honoring the servicemen and women who have placed themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety. Please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We are in full complement tonight, except Commissioner Graham had a health issue, so he could not join us. I, at this point, would entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the Township.
So moved.
Do we have any questions? That was good. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Please record a unanimous vote. The Board of Commissioners conducted an executive session following the workshop meeting held on August 12th to discuss one personnel matter and one matter of litigation. And now for the fun part, I would like to recognize Chief of Police Michael Pitko and Magisterial District Justice Kate McGill, who will administer the oath of office to Sergeant Christian Wilbur and Corporal Mark Koenig. Chief, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. And good evening, everybody. It's indeed an honor to introduce two police officers being promoted to the rank of sergeant and corporal, respectively. The gentlemen before you this evening have excelled in the vigorous testing process that began in May and were ranked #1 overall in their respective new ranks. I've been a member of this department for well over 30 years, and I think it's the first time since I've been chief that the two gentlemen tonight were born after I started my career. That tells you how old I'm getting. So we really do congratulate these officers and look forward to them taking on more responsibility in their supervisory roles, and obviously recognize their family and other officers here from Jenkintown Borough Police Department and Woodbine Township Police Department. I think we have those covered. Let me tell you about the two gentlemen this evening. Sergeant Christian Wilbur, he's a graduate of Montgomery County Community College Municipal Police Academy in February 2011, associate's degree from Montgomery County Community College in 2010. He was promoted to corporal not that long ago, March 22nd, 2018. He was appointed to the Springfield Township Police Department in September of 2013. Previously a member of the Jenkintown Borough Police Department as a part-time officer between 2011 and 2013. A little bit about his training: fundamentals of supervision leadership, standardized field sobriety test practitioner, DUI sobriety checkpoint, the International Police Mountain Bike Association cyclist, and also a field training officer. And Mark Koenig being promoted to corporal this evening. He's also a graduate of the Montgomery County Community College Municipal Police Academy in July of 2015, graduate of Kutztown University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, 2008, appointed to the Springfield Township Police Department in July of 2015. Previous employment, he was chief of staff at then State Representative Madeline Dean's office, now Congresswoman Madeline Dean. That occurred between 2012 and 2015. On his training synopsis: DUI sobriety checkpoint refresher, another International Police Mountain Bike Association cyclist, field training officer since 2018, taser instructor also from 2018, standardized field sobriety test practitioner, and also DUI sobriety checkpoint.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Right, Just get a little closer to the microphone here. I, Christian Wilbur,
I, Christian Wilbur,
do swear
do swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
the
the Constitution
Constitution,
and the laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Township of Springfield,
and the Township of Springfield,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as a sergeant
as a sergeant
for Springfield Township,
for Springfield Township,
and that I will uphold,
and that I will uphold,
obey, and enforce
obey, and enforce
the law
the law
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race,
to a person's race,
color,
color, sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation,
sexual orientation,
age,
age,
national origin,
ancestry,
ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
I will obey the rules and regulations,
I will obey the rules and regulations,
policies and procedures
policies and procedures
governing sworn members
governing sworn members
of the Springfield Township Police.
of the Springfield Township Police Department.
Also, I will not knowingly accept,
Also, I will not knowingly accept,
directly or indirectly, any money
any money
or other valuable things
or other valuable things
for performance or non-performance
for performance or non-performance
of any act
of any act
or duty
or duty
pertaining to my office,
pertaining to my office,
other than such compensation
other than such compensation
as may be allowed
as may be allowed
by the Board of Commissioners.
by the Board of Commissioners of Springfield Township. Thank you.
I don't want to discourage anybody from taking photos, so don't be shy about standing up, and the oath still counts if you take a photo. So this is a great moment. Two great moments.
I, Mark Koenig,
Do swear
do swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Township of Springfield,
and the Township of Springfield,
that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as a corporal
as a corporal
for Springfield Township,
for Springfield Township,
and that I will uphold,
and that I will uphold,
obey, and enforce
enforce
the law
the law
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race,
to a person's race,
color,
color,
sex,
sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation,
age,
national origin,
ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
I will obey the rules and regulations,
I will obey the rules and regulations,
policies and procedures
governing sworn members
of the Springfield Township Police Department.
of the Springfield Township Police Department.
Also, I will not knowingly accept,
Also, I will not knowingly accept,
directly or indirectly,
any money
or other valuable things
for performance or non-performance
of any act
of any act or duty
pertaining to my office,
pertaining to my office,
other than such compensation
as may be allowed
by the Board of Commissioners
by the Board of Commissioners of Springfield Township.
All right, sir.
Congratulations.
Good night.
She's going to grab the microphone on the way out. You should really think about using a seal out there where Fulgenetti is. Then they could take more pictures out there.
Well, I hope the camera caught that two members of the audience thought the oath was a little too long there. The board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment, now would be the appropriate time. Do we have any public comment? Come on down and to the mic and state your name and address, please.
My name is Nancy Bella. I live on Hull Drive in Winmore. Been there 9 years. I have a concern about the article that's going through about banning bamboo having to be removed. I have a landscape design and horticultural management degree from Temple University. I know the problems with bamboo. However, if you will put in the word running bamboo rather than clump bamboo, it would alleviate a lot of problems. Clump bamboo stays where it's supposed to, only grows the size it needs to, and doesn't invade any other problems. So that's all I want.
Do you have bamboo on your property?
I do.
Is
I
it in
planted it myself.
Is it in the right-of-way, or is it on?
No. It's
Well,
not.
then it's grandfathered, as long as you keep it from moving. So you don't have to take it out. I'm correct.
Right?
Right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I don't have to take it out.
So now, if you were to plant more, you are right that you'd have to box it in somehow, but you won't be affected by this.
So even clumping bamboo would have to be in a controlled area.
I don't think we made a difference, did we?
You don't. It just says bamboo, and there's
Right.
several types.
Right, but you with existing bamboo are okay, unless it's in the street right
Just
away.
to clarify, it does say any running tropical or semi-tropical
Okay,
grasses from the general bamboo.
that wasn't in the
Oh, okay. Well,
total thing. Well, tropical mist bamboos are tropical anyway, so it would have to leave out
do we have a
clumping
more
in the future.
specific?
Yeah, I didn't go through the whole definition of it.
My problem is, we have to post these for 2 months. I read them 2 months ago, and then it goes in one ear out the other.
So it's defined as any monopodial, running, tropical or semi-tropical grasses from the genera Bambusa, including but not limited to Bambusa, Philostachys, Philopia, and Pseudosassa, which includes common bamboo, golden bamboo, Japanese bamboo, and arrow bamboo.
Okay, well,
So it says it's intended to include just running, the way.
just running, which is a big problem.
Right.
Yeah, and
So,
it's
okay.
very difficult to take out, and takes
Yep.
years to get it out, so, okay.
Plus, it's tough on the neighbors. Great. Okay.
Yeah, that's not
So
fair
it
to
sounds like we're
anybody else.
okay.
And I understand why that's why you're doing it,
Yep.
because it takes off like a villain, so, okay, thank
Great.
you.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing that up. Do we have any other public comment at this point? There being none, let's move on to the committee reports. I will start out as the chairman of the Internal Affairs Committee. Item 2 on the agenda is the bill listing. I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the July check reconciliation in the amount of $978,729.56 and the August bill listing in the amount of $737,295.98. That is my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a 6-0 vote. And that concludes my report, so we move on to the chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Sham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 2 items this evening. First, in September of 2014, Springfield Township solicited bids for solid waste disposal services on behalf of 16 municipalities located in eastern Montgomery County. The bid was necessary when Montgomery County disbanded the Waste System Authority of eastern Montgomery County, and each municipality was forced to make arrangements for the disposal of solid waste on their own. The bid was structured to include a base 5-year contract with an option to extend it for one additional 3-year term. Following the receipt and evaluation of the bids on November 14, 2014, the Board of Commissioners awarded a 5-year contract for disposal of municipal solid waste to Covanta for their low bid price of $54 per ton beginning in 2015, with a 2% increase each year of the base contract and the optional extension period. The 5-year contract with Covanta is set to expire on December 31st, 2019, and after obtaining pricing from other disposal facilities, the Board of Commissioners finds it's most efficient and financially prudent to exercise its option to extend the contract with Covanta for an additional 3-year term as provided in the 2014 bid. Therefore, I move the Board of Commissioners of Springfield Township exercise its 3-year option with Covanta for the disposal of municipal solid waste delivered to the Covanta Waste-to-Energy facility located in Conshohocken, PA. The cost for disposal is $59.62 per ton in 2020, $60.81 per ton in 2021, and $62.03 per ton in 2022. That's my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a 6-0 vote.
Thank you. Next is Resolution 1479. The Montgomery County Transportation Program is a competitive funding program to assist municipalities with improving transportation infrastructure. The program utilizes revenues generated from a $5 fee for each vehicle registered in Montgomery County. The county is currently accepting grant applications from municipalities to fund transportation projects, including the repair of public roads and bridges, the installation of traffic signs and signals, and crosswalk painting and marking. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners of Springfield Township adopt Resolution 1479, a resolution authorizing the application to the Montgomery County Transportation Program to fund the installation of school warning signs on Paper Mill Road near State Route 309. The cost of the project is estimated to be $98,840, of which $79,072 is requested from Montgomery County. That's my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a 6-0 vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. Concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Shum. We move on to the Chairman of the Community Development Committee, Commissioner Standish.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have one item this evening. I have a motion concerning bamboo management ordinance, and so in response to expressions of concern from residents whose neighbors had taken to cultivating bamboo in their yards, as well as the invasive nature of bamboo, the Board of Commissioners requested the Township Planning Commission to consider regulations to manage bamboo within the township. Planners, with the assistance of the Township Engineer's Office, created an ordinance to manage bamboo. In summary, the proposed ordinance 1 prohibits the planting of bamboo following the effective date of enactment. 2 provides regulations for the growth and maintenance of existing bamboo plants. 3 designates the code enforcement officer as the township representative who shall enforce the provisions of the ordinance. 4 allows for the township to make arrangements for removal of bamboo in the event the owner does not remove the bamboo within the time frame set forth in the ordinance. And 5 states that the owner shall be liable and responsible to the township for all costs incurred by the township to remove the bamboo. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners of Springfield Township enact ordinance number 961, amending the Code of the Township of Springfield, Chapter 11, brush, grass, and weeds, to prohibit the growing of or planting of bamboo. And that is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Let me just make a comment, since I was the advocate for this. As we've heard, running bamboo can be a real nuisance to neighbors, and without getting into the background, you can kind of imagine the background. The point of this is to prevent that. So what it does is it attacks just the running bamboo. It grandfathers what's there, but creates responsibility that you continue to keep it contained. It also creates some language that if it's in the right-of-way, which often is a few feet onto your property, that it would have to be removed from the right-of-way. And if you do decide you want to plant it, you would actually have to containerize it, either put it in a box or dig down and put it so it can't possibly grow sideways, or if it does, you're still responsible. So that's the thought behind this. Anybody have any other questions or comments? All in favor?
I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah. How would the average resident understand where their right-of-way is?
It's generally, if you live on a public street, you have a 50-foot right-of-way, and the cartway is typically 30 foot in width. So if you find the center line of the street and then measure back 25 feet, that would get you to your right-of-way line. It's not,
Well, yeah, not exactly, but so it would be generally if you had curb and then you had sidewalk, it would be the other side of the sidewalk, usually? Yeah, okay.
I think for most cases, that's sort of irrelevant. It's relevant because what got us started is there's a property on Northwestern Avenue. When we looked at this 5 years ago, and now it's owned by a developer. The prior owner, this was actually, I'll give you the whole history, it was brought up by somebody else, but there was a long stretch of bamboo that is in the right-of-way that was meticulously maintained by the owner. So I killed it 5 years ago, and then he sold it, and then we have a developer, he came in here, and we just got blank stares from him when I asked him about running bamboo. So we put this off the back burner, and that can probably get handled in the land development. The property's been subdivided but not been through land development. But this gives us, and I've been watching it, he's been trying, but he doesn't know, that just means he kind of mows it. So that gives us some flexibility for that. And I think that, I don't think that will be enforcement, because I think when he decides to build his houses, they'll say you got to get rid of the bamboo the right way. And that's across from the Wissahickon Park, and I know we've had chronic problems in the Wissahickon Park of the bamboo creeping over there. But that's where the kind of the right-of-way thing kicks in for most people. I think they tend to use it on the side and the back or as a landscaping. They don't necessarily use it in the front. But if they do, and it's in the right-of-way, it would be subject to this. So yours is not. Yours is in the front.
There's some in the front.
Okay. Well, I hope it.
10 feet away from the curb.
Then you're probably okay. Nor is likely the SWAT team ready to come running in on day one unless somebody's really complaining about it. Great. Okay, any other questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. Does that conclude your report?
I'm sorry, it does, yes, it does.
Commissioner, thank you, Commissioner Standish. We move to the Chairman of the Cultural and Environmental Resources Committee, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two items this evening. First is the recycling report. I'm pleased to announce that during the month of July 2019, Springfield Township residents recycled 205.3 tons of materials with a householder participation rate of 73.9%. The net cost for the month was $19,413.61. My second item is the appointment of another member to the Environmental Advisory Commission. I move that the Board of Commissioners appoint J. Bailey Smith of Elston Drive, Winmore, to fill an unexpired term of service as a member of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. Mr. Smith's term of service shall expire on June the 14th, 2022. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I would just comment, as I did on Monday night, that Mr. Smith has been an auxiliary member of the EAC for, I think, 2 or 3 years now, has done an exceptional job, and is heading our Ready for 100 program, where the township is pledging to become more energy efficient and energy neutral in the next 20 years. So.
Correct. And further, he brings a wealth of professional experience
He
to
does.
the EAC, which is...
He does, yes.
Continue to be overwhelmed by how qualified our volunteers are, and we appreciate that. Any other questions and comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a 6-0 vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. That concludes my reports.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. We move on to the co-chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Commissioner Maxwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do not have a report this evening.
Thank you. Finally, we move to the chairman of the Zoning Committee, Commissioner Cobb.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public hearing will be held on the following petition on Monday, August 26th at 7 p.m. at this Springfield Township Building, 1510 Paper Mill Road. For Bernard J. McLafferty, of 807 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim, PA, is requesting the following zoning relief for 809 Bethlehem Pike in Erdenheim. Special exception per section 114-91 to allow multiple dwelling use. B, in the alternative, applicant is requesting a variance from section 114-91 to allow 2 apartments to be created on the second floor. C, variance from section 114-134 to decrease required off-street parking from 22 spaces to 17 spaces. The above noted zoning relief will make it possible to convert the second floor office area into 2 apartments at this property located in the Business 1 district. That's my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Cobb. That concludes the committee reports. At this point, we are open to any more public comment. Do we have any going once? At that being so, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I got a quick public comment I wanted to just, we had Springfield participated for the first time earlier this month in the National Night Out celebration, where we had a celebration of mostly all of our fire departments were in attendance, as well as a large contingency of our police department at the Flowertown Country Club. And it really was a spectacular evening. The weather was fantastic, and just publicly wanted to thank Don Sirianni, Pat DePaul, Public Works. The whole Public Works group was great. Obviously, Chief Pitcow was fantastic in terms of putting together. The entire evening would not have happened without Detective Baada, who really just was Herculean in his effort in putting it all together. Our own Commissioner Sham, who I'm going to add to his impressive list of nicknames with the Ice Cream Man, was donated the ice cream, which was very nice, and that was manned the entire evening by our own Mike Taylor and his wife Carol, who literally were just swooning out ice cream the entire evening. But it was just a fabulous community event that we really do hope to make to be an annual event, which would happen that first Tuesday in August each year. So we will see what the future holds. But thank you to everyone involved for putting it together, because it really was a great community evening.
And thank you for bringing that up. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned.
Do you